Hey guys, what's up? It's CS back here with another installment, and here are my picks for UFC on Fox, Johnson versus Moraga. Alrighty guys, now this main card looks pretty easy to make picks for, I'm not going to lie. If you guys want my confidences and the confidences for my preliminary card picks, I'll leave those in the description below. But let's start off at that main event between Demetrious Johnson and John Moraga for Johnson's Flyweight Championship. Alrighty folks, now on paper these guys kind of look evenly matched. Johnson's a very good wrestler. John Moraga, I believe, was a two-time All-American. Pretty light on his feet, has pretty good takedowns, has a nice guillotine, jiu-jitsu-wise. As far as technique, for John Moraga is pretty good. His striking is coming along, his boxing is good. However, I see Johnson winning at least 4 out of 5 rounds for me here, because I think his lateral movement is going to be too much for John Moraga to deal with. I think Johnson's going to do a good job of popping in and out with, landing, a combination and then moving to the side, moving away from John Moraga's power hand. And I really don't think that John Moraga is going to get his takedown game off himself. I think that Johnson's going to be able to take John Moraga down at will if he is establishing that in and out game as far as the boxing is concerned. John Moraga is pretty fast himself, but I don't think he's fought someone as fast as Demetrious Johnson and beat him. I know that John Dodson did beat Moraga back in the day, but yeah, I think Johnson's on that level as far as speed, and yeah, I think Moraga's not going to be able to contain him because of that. So again, due to his boxing, moving in and out, and being able to take Moraga down most likely at the end of rounds, I'm gonna go with Demetrious Johnson here to win at least four or five rounds for the unanimous decision. Wouldn't shock me to see John Moraga maybe hurt Demetrious Johnson here and there if he's able to land a clean shot, but I think Johnson's gonna look really polished for this one. So yeah, Johnson UD. Anyway, let's move on to that welterweight matchup between Rory MacDonald and Jake Ellenberger in the co-main event. Really easy fight for me to call. I've got to go with Rory MacDonald all day, every day. I think he beats Jake Ellenberger however he likes. Jake Ellenberger is a pretty solid fighter. Of course, he has a nice wrestling base out of OSU. Hits pretty hard as far as his knockout power is concerned. Not the most technical striker, but his boxing is coming along. Takedown-wise, nice strong double leg takedown. He doesn't set it up well, and that's why I'd give the wrestling edge to Rory MacDonald in an MMA match. And yeah, Jake also kind of gasses. We really haven't seen Rory gas since that Carlos Condit fight a few years back. So, I like Rory to win this at least by unanimous decision, but I am going to go with finish. I think, again, Rory is better everywhere. I think he's better striker. Of course, he's lankier as well. He might be able to just keep Jake Ellenberger at bay, land jabs, land low kicks, and combinations whenever you can, and just wait for Jake to gas, and then maybe try to take him down and finish with ground and pound. I can see Rory doing that. Or maybe I can see Rory just going in there and just trying to out-wrestle Jake right from the get-go. If he puts Jake on his back, Jake's, jiu-jitsu defense from his own guard, not the greatest. Rory is nasty as far as the ground and pound. That would be trouble for Jake if Rory's able to set the precedent early like that. Wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, you know what? Again, I did mention how Rory can beat Jake on the feet and how he can take him down. It's just, what's Jake going to do? He's going to go in there and just look for a bomb. He's going to look to out-wrestle Rory. I think Rory's wrestling defense is pretty good. He does train with George St. Pierre and everything. I don't see Rory getting out-wrestled. I see him being the bully in this one, as strong as Jake is, and I think Jake eventually gasses, just by a combination of just getting outstruck on the feet and maybe Rory mixing up some takedowns. We'll see if Jake's able to scramble up. I think he maybe does it once or twice, but Rory's ground pound, in my opinion, is going to be too much in the end. I say he gets this in the second round via TKO due to ground pound strikes. And now let's move on. Another welterweight match between Robbie Lawler and vsVolker. Very easy fight to call. Going with Robbie Lawler all day, every day in this one. Volker's taking this fight on short notice. Of course, it was supposed to be CR Bahadurzada versus Robbie Lawler. That would have been a fun fight. Not sure how far that would go. Chances are both of those guys would stand up. Robbie Lawler has those devastating hooks. Maybe he would be able to catch CR, and I don't know, maybe CR would have been able to catch Robbie because CR has uncanny power no matter how he's throwing his punches or kicks. So I probably actually would have gone with CR, to be honest, just because he's a little bit more versed as a striker. I think he's a little bit more pinpoint, but Robbie does have this devastating knockout power. I love how he was able to bring that power back down to welterweight, and he was just knocking dudes out at middleweight. I remember what he did to Melvin Manhoff. That was nasty. And then we saw what Robbie was able to do to Josh Koscheck. vsVolker, though, he's a brawler. He has an okay chin. His cardio is not the greatest, and he's taking this on short notice. Why should he win this fight? And he's not going to out-wrestle Robbie. He's definitely not as athletic. Gotta go with Robbie Lawler all day, every day here. I'm going to say early first-round knockout. As long as Robbie feels like throwing, eventually he's going to clip Bobby with a nasty right or left hook. And yeah, ain't going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty for us because we get to see someone get knocked out. So Robbie Lawler for the win. Again, first-round knockout. And last but not least, let's move on to the women's bantamweight division. This fight is between Jessica Andrade and Liz Carmouche, of course, kicking us off on this main card. I like Liz Carmouche in this bout. I like her ability to pretty much get it down to the ground whenever she can. On the feet, I think they're kind of evenly matched. I think Jessica is going to have her chance to be able to beat Liz Carmouche from the outside if she's careful and pinpoint enough. However, Liz Carmouche is probably going to look to stalk Jessica and maybe, land short-ass punches, that kind of thing. However, as she is stalking Jessica, I think that Liz is going to, of course, get to that double leg takedown whenever she wants, almost. Jessica Andrade has some nasty jiu-jitsu game, has a sick guillotine choke, but, if Liz Carmouche is doing her homework, she shouldn't get caught with one of these. Liz Carmouche has stellar top game. I would assume her defense is good, unless she's fighting like a Ronda Rousey who just has uncanny arm bars from wherever she can find them. I don't think Jessica is going to be as savvy with her own submission game, although she is very good. I'm going to go with Liz Carmouche all day, every day here to win at least a unanimous decision, maybe a finish. Who knows, but I like Liz Carmouche everywhere. Alright guys, now not going to lie, I am very confident in what I've seen here on this main card. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure I'm parlaying the entire card, Johnson, MacDonald, Lawler, and Carmouche. We'll see what happens. Who knows? But I'm liking that parlay myself. If you guys want to know what else I'm betting on, please PM me. Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully this card is good. I'm confident in a few of the the preliminary card picks as well. So we'll see what happens. Cannot wait for this card. It's going to be on FX as far as the preliminaries, of course. But, of course, main card's on Fox. And it looks like these type of fighters are going to bring it. The women always bring it. Liz Carmouche, she's a gamer. Robbie Lawler, Bobby Volker, someone's getting knocked out. MacDonald versus Ellenberger, going to be a barn burner, of course. And then Johnson versus Moraga. That should be high-paced, and hopefully it's fun. So I would think it is. They made it the main event, of course. Of course, it's for a title. And, yeah, really excited to see that fight. So, yeah, again, if you guys want, tell me in the comment section below who do you guys think is going to win any of these fights. Tell me what you guys thought of my picks. And give me a thumbs up if you guys think Johnson's going to win, and a thumbs down if Moraga's going to win. And subscribe if you haven't yet. I think that about does it for this edition of my picks. UFC on Fox, Johnson versus Moraga. So deuces from my supporters, bruises from my haters, and take care.